we want to invite Ben Rogers, one of our sternest supporters, to speak a few words.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon. I'm Ben Rogers, the co-founder and chair of Hong Kong Watch. And I want to say, first of all, that I too am a Hong Konger. I'm a Hong Konger for two reasons. Firstly, I lived in Hong Kong for the first 5 years after the handover from 1997 until 2002. But more importantly, I'm a Hong Konger in spirit. And I think everyone around the world who believes in freedom, democracy, human rights, and the rule of law is in spirit a Hong Konger. And so I want to first of all welcome our friends from Hong Kong to the United Kingdom. The students, the alumni, the recently elected district councillors, and to those district councillors I say congratulations on your amazing victory a few weeks ago, which is such an enormous message to the Hong Kong government, to Beijing and to the world, that the people of Hong Kong want freedom, and that when they have the chance to express themselves peacefully at the ballot box, they do so. I'm here in support of this call on Wolston College and Cambridge University to strip Carrie Lam of her honorary fellowship. And I support this call for several reasons. Going way back to almost the start of this year, Carrie Lam took a step that created the crisis that Hong Kong faces today. A person that proposes a law that destroys the firewall between a city that until recently has been one of the world's most respected places for the rule of law, for an independent judiciary, for a fair trial, strips the firewall that protects that, and would have allowed, if it had passed, for the extradition of people from that system of the rule of law into one of the world's most unjust legal systems, where there is no rule of law, it's only rule by law, where there is no independence of the judiciary, no fair trial, widespread executions, disappearances, arbitrary arrests and torture. A person who proposes that is not worthy of an honorary fellowship at one of the world's greatest universities. But then a person that proposes a law but fails to listen to businesses, to lawyers, to academics, to the United States Secretary of State, to the Canadian Foreign Minister, the British Foreign Minister, the European Union and many others, and most importantly fails to listen to 1 million Hong Kongers as they peacefully march, and then 2 million Hong Kongers as they peacefully marched. A person who fails to listen to so many voices is not worthy of an honorary fellowship at one of the world's greatest universities. But most of all, as the other speakers have already said, a person who orders the police to attack the students in the universities that she herself is the chancellor of, a person who not only condones but is complicit with police brutality, and some horrific police brutality that we've seen on our television screens, of tear gas and pepper spray and rubber bullets and sometimes live ammunition and beatings with batons. But then what we don't see on our television screens, the reports of torture and even tragically of rape. A person who stands by, is complicit with that, and who still will not allow for an independent inquiry into police brutality, does not deserve an honorary fellowship at one of the world's greatest universities. So I support this call, and I urge Wolston College and Cambridge University to listen to this call and to remove Carrie Lam's honorary fellowship. I want to say one last thing, which is a little different, but I think it is related and important to say. And that is that I am aware that in this country there have been a growing number of incidents of intimidation and threat to Hong Kong students who have been speaking out on this issue and on other issues related to Hong Kong. And in fact, in addition to that, some British activists, myself included, have received such threats as well. For me, those threats are inconsequential. They are just nothing more than a nuisance. But for the Hong Kong students, they are real and they are dangerous, because you have families, you have potentially a future back in Hong Kong. And so I want to firstly pay tribute to Hong Kong students in this country, and indeed to our friends from Hong Kong who've flown all the way here, for your courage in, despite the risks, despite those threats, you're still speaking out publicly and bravely, and I admire you for that. But lastly, I say to those who are perpetrating those threats, you will never succeed in silencing us in this country. You will never destroy the freedom of expression and the academic freedom that this great university and this whole country is based upon. And so we will go on speaking out for Hong Kong as a whole, for freedom, democracy, human rights and autonomy for Hong Kong, and specifically here in Cambridge for Wolfson College to remove Carrie Lam's honorary fellowship and stand up for freedom of expression, for academic freedom and for basic human rights, and to do so urgently. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ben.